back. My name is Sheena. If you're new to my channel, I'm your life coach, and we're talking about in this series how to heal from unhealthy toxic relationships. So today we are going to be working through pillar number 2, which is understanding what got you there in the first place. And this workbook exercise is how to understand programming and how your programming keeps you stuck in unhealthy relationships. So I'm going to do my very best to take you through this. So in this workbook, you're going to be talking about the programming. We're going to go over habits for, oh my gosh, you guys, just bear with me. I'm doing my very best here. So in this workbook, there's habits that you can overcome by doing exercises. There's coaching questions, there's a mindfulness activity, and there's journal entries that you're going to be recording. So today we're talking about right now programs and how those affect you and how you can heal from unhealthy relationships. So for the first 7 years of your life, you're in like this hypnotic state where everything you hear or see or any experience you've had is recorded in your brain. And it becomes a part of your subconscious mind. So what happens is anything that someone has ever said to you or done to you causes you to feel ashamed or dirty. It gets stored there, and you hold that within you as you grow up and as you become an adult. And then you begin to tell yourself a story. Because of what someone did to me, I'm this. Or because what someone said to me, I'm that. And you carry that with you for years and years. And it stays stuck inside of you, so you can never grow and heal. And the big thing we have to learn how to do is reprogram our brain and reprogram those messages so we no longer carry those around with us. Now, a big part of healing is understanding that your brain and your mind are two different things. So I'm going to try to explain this to you. Your mind is where all your memories are stored and your thoughts are stored, your feelings and your attitudes about things. And the brain is like the hardware. And we've got to learn how to tell our brain what we want it to do. So your brain processes these thoughts that you have, that your mind comes up with. Because this happened, I don't feel good about myself. I have no value. I'm not worthy. So that's what we have to undo. We have to unprogram those thoughts. So you have to learn to form new habits. So you're teaching yourself that you are not the things you were told you were growing up as a child, or even, as you were becoming a young woman or young lady or an adult. So you have to train your conscious mind by forming new habits and getting rid of the old ones and start creating new neural pathways. So I hope that makes sense to you. Let me say it again. I'm going to go through it again. The programs that you have in your brain are telling you a story, such as you have no value, based on how people have treated you. This is not really who you are. You are holding on to something someone else has labeled you as. So once you can start breaking out of that train of thought, you're going to begin to experience your true self. And it takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, but you're worth the time and you're worth the energy and you're worth the effort to put into the healing process. It's kind of like you have to tell your brain what you want it to do. So for example, if you've been told all your life you're no good, you're not going anywhere, or someone did something to you inappropriately, so now you feel ashamed of yourself and who you are, you've got to start talking to yourself differently and saying, I'm not dirty, I am beautiful, and I'm created in God's image. You have to replace the old message with something brand new, because you're not the message that you've been told. And I guess that's the most important part about what I'm trying to get across to you today, that you've been told a lot of things, or things have happened to you that aren't good and that have hurt you, but you're not those things. You're not those things. That's a label someone put on you, or a label you put on yourself based on what someone else did. So I hope this is making sense. My best, you guys. I'm oops, I just moved my, I have this. Okay, let me just tell you. I have this and it's holding up the notes. So that's the sound you heard. So when you turn the page in the workbook, you're going to start going through exercises to create new habits and to break free from old programs. And they're going to help strengthen you so you can train yourself to think differently. And that's the key, because what you think becomes who you are. So when you're thinking about all the bad things that happen and all the things that were done and said to you, and that you're a terrible person, you're no good, you're dirty, you're bad, then that's how you carry yourself and that's how you walk around, but that's not really who you are. So we're going to work on that in this exercise by setting household goals every day. Examples could be, training yourself to plan healthy meals, mopping the floor, sorting laundry. So every day you're going to come up with some household goals, which will keep you consistently doing something that's forming a habit that's good. So your brain is getting used to doing things that are benefiting you, that are healthy for you, and getting you out of a thought pattern that's leading you down a path of really destruction. The Bible says that the narrow path leads to life and a broad path leads to destruction. So the more you can tighten up your goals, and having a structure for your day is really going to help you in the healing process. The other thing you're going to do is start forming habits for creating some professional goals, or some things that you have in deep inside of you that you want to accomplish, that you want to do. So you're going to write out professional goals, and then every day you're going to start to do something to help you get there, to help you reach that goal. And in the workbook it says examples could be deciding what type of career you'd like to pursue, what type of book or books you're interested in that you're going to start reading, or anything really that's going to move you towards creating that new life and becoming that person you really are. The next part of the book is waking up, and this is really cool. When you wake up in the morning, before your feet even hit the ground, there's some things you can say. So I'm just going to read them to you. The first one is, I'm happy and today is going to be a great day. So before your feet even touch the floor, say, I'm happy and today is going to be a good day. Because if you're telling yourself that in your mind, your brain is going to start going to work and looking for ways for you to be happy today, instead of waking up and saying, oh, this happened to me, I feel so bad. So your brain's looking for all the bad things to come your way on that day. The other thing you can say is, I'm loved by God and I can feel His presence. I'm loved by God and I can feel His presence. And when you're walking in that spirit, and when you get up in the morning before your feet hit the ground, you already can feel the love, because you don't have to wait for someone else to tell you or to give it to you. His presence is surrounding you, and He's holding you up, and He's carrying you through the day, and you can lean on His strength and not your own understanding. You can be confident in who God is, and you can walk with Him instead of having to kind of muster up your own energy and your own strength, because that's exhausting and that's tiring. And another thing you can say that's in the workbook is, I am confident and thankful for this beautiful day. I'm confident and thankful for this beautiful day. And as you go through the day, walk around confident with your shoulders back a little more and a smile on your face and your chin up. And you'll start to feel better. Even if you're faking it a little bit, just by the act of doing it is going to propel you forward into believing you are a confident person, and believing that the day is beautiful before it even gets started. And that's the beauty of it. So declare these things every day, and that's really going to help you heal. And then the last part of the workbook are some coaching questions, and I'll give you one of them. The first one says, what are some things that were said to you as a child that you believed growing up that wasn't beneficial to you? So when you go through a question like that, what have you believed as a child growing up that isn't beneficial to you? So go ahead and write those things down, list those things, and then ask yourself, are these things that I listed true about me today? And most likely you'll discover that what you're writing is not who you are. They're not true. So you don't have to carry those anymore. Remember, it's a beautiful day. You're leaving all that stuff behind you. The next question, do you believe the things said to you were true? If yes, why do you think that? And if no, what is the truth about you? So that's basically what I just said. When you answer the first question, it's going to lead you into why do you think that way about yourself? Why are you feeling like that? Why do you want to look at yourself in a way that doesn't benefit you? So you can start to reprogram your brain, turn all these things around, and really start to form good thoughts about yourself. God thinks about you every day. You're beautiful. He loves you. He's got the most glorious plan for your life, and he's waiting for you to take a hold of it and walk in that truth. Not in the truth of what others did or said to you. Not in the truth of those things that you thought were real from the programs you had the first 7 years of your life, or incidents or experiences that have come up along the way. You can leave all those things behind, forgetting the past and moving forward and pressing on to a higher calling that you have. So I hope this was helpful to you. I'm so thankful that you're sticking with me and you're joining me. The next time we meet, we're going to continue with this pillar. There's one more workbook in this one, and we're going to be talking about the thoughts and the things we think, and how our thoughts can help move us away from being stuck in an unhealthy relationship to seeing that we are loved, that you are loved and you are valuable, that you're important and that you matter. And those are things I say all the time if you watched any of my other videos. So I think you're wonderful. I'm happy that you're inviting me into your life, and I just hope we can get to know each other through these videos. And I'm not perfect at this, to be honest with you. Staring and talking at this little tiny dot on this phone is really a lot, but the message is more important than how I feel about the dot on the camera talking to you. So we're just going to keep having these conversations, and we're going to just keep growing together, and I'm just going to be me. So I hope this helped, and I say so a lot too. So if you notice that, send me a comment and give me a little bit of encouragement in that area. But I'm doing my best. I love you guys, and remember, true healing always, always, always begins with self-love. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.